Hey, I'm Vu and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Let's get started, shall we? Get our adventure continuing for this fair colony of ours. So of course we haven't been going too badly and we've survived all the recent attacks and are starting to work on these solid defences which will serve us very well in the future. Even better thing as well is we're starting to harvest some of the food which has taken a hell of a long time to get to. Poor Val, once again wandering around, dazed. I should have actually checked what caused him to be dazed. Probably by the looks of it, your friend Trosma died. Yes, that is understandable, but Trosma does have a proper burial, and people can't complain about that. So hopefully you get out of your bad moods, and we'll see how it all turns out. Now I'm wondering, we've been using a lot of sandstone recently for a lot of the new buildings and wall replacements. I'm just wondering, how much do we have left? 23. Only 23 blocks. We have more slate than anything else, and it may be worth using slate for our next set of buildings. I wonder if we can encourage more slate to be, more sandstone to be made. So sandstone, cutter's table. Oh well. Yeah, people should be doing it. It's just going to take time. I don't spot anyone actively working on the table itself. No, I do see a cook actively working. So what does this come under? This is stone cutting. So in our work priorities, we are looking for probably crafting, I take it? Cut stone, yeah. So crafting for someone needs to be turned up a little higher. It's tempting to do Val, but Val's only job ever in this colony is to do research. Let's take a look. You're on plant cutting and hunting. I'd rather if that stayed that way. Same, a trader is on cooking and plant cutting, so we want to not modify that. But Sparkles over here, it may be worth... Oh no, wait, Sparkles was originally producing clothing until we removed the table, with the plans to put the table back over here. Okay, well let's first of all replace the hand tailoring bench or the electric tailoring bench. Ooh. Can work without electric speed at 40%, so I'm going to assume it's faster. This might make things a little easier to produce when we're making clothing for people. So yeah, we'll build the electric tailoring bench. So that's number one. Do we want anything else? Sculptor's table was a thought, though we're not going to do that. Well, that's what I've decided at the very least. And of course we're going to reinstall the dining chair over here. Saves us a little bit of wood. Now, when we were placing that down, it said that we didn't have enough wood available, and that seems pretty true actually. I don't see any wood in the listing. Okay, that's not very good. Our simple thing once again will be to order some people to chop some wood for us. So probably get around chopping down these trees. And that should hopefully provide us with enough wood for quite a while, I suspect. Of course, this is going to be a long job to get done. I know why we don't have any wood, because we were doing the flooring. Right, makes perfect sense. Okay, major break risk. Toxo. Ooh, what's going on, Toxo? What is up? 8 without a table. Well, there are tables available, so that's your fault. Uncomfortable. Is it something to do with the bed? Something soft to sit on. And the bed is shoddy quality. Maybe we can try and practice making some better beds for our colonists. Spacious interior and low expectations. Okay, well, you're not that bad in moods. You're only just crossing the lower thresholds. Oh, cargo pods. Excellent. I wonder what we got this time. Oh, limestone blocks. Well, not the first thing I wanted, but it's going to be useful. Having all these blocks around the place. Can never complain. Never complain. But since it is night time, I'm going to see you guys in the morning. Morning has struck, and with that, a mad animal. Just another squirrel. It's a little bit odd. Oh, it's also inside the base. Wow. That was somewhat interesting. And it's chasing after Bauer, the chef, who has a gun. Not the right weapon. Would rather prefer to use melee on smaller animals, because it works really well. So Bauer, you can continue to run, or possibly not. Squirrel's certainly quite fast, and Trader's certainly taking their time getting over there. Just how about if it's chasing after you, we'll just get you to run this way. Or melee it your own way. Recruit, and Trader should have dealt with it. Excellent. One of the good things about having knives to use around the place. You haul the squirrel in, and of course that's going to be a little bit of meat for us to use. Not much, but it's something. And that is something, that of course is something we can't complain about. So Bauer, yeah, you can go and probably get patched up because you got a few scratches, yeah. Also, nothing too much to worry about. Surprisingly, those scratches have done a lot of damage. 3 scratches, and that is 8 damage. Wow. On the torso as well, but we were perfectly safe. You weren't likely to lose the torso anytime soon. Okay, so we want to try and focus on expanding our growing areas for food. Now it is still summer, which means we can still get maybe another harvest or 2 out of our crops. And in terms of our food storage, it isn't going too badly. I do suspect at a later point in time we might want to expand this or try and increase the number of meals we're producing. Yeah, because we're always sort of very low on the number of meals. Okay. So to make sure next time that we're producing or able to grow plants during the winter time, we can actually put down this little fancy thing called a sun lamp. And it does have a relatively large range, so I'm thinking of making sort of doing a few of these just on the outside here and then walling this area off as well. Probably not too close to the marsh area because, like I said before, marsh areas take forever to get rid of, and well, there's a lot of marshy areas on the map. I think we still chose one of the better locations. Maybe moving up north would have been a smarter thing, but this is where we are and this is what we're going to deal with. So my thought is we place a few sun lamps, so here, another one over here, and one up the top, if we can fit it in. I don't think we can fit the top one in, so just a bottom 2, which means we can just put something down as simple as sort of potatoes or even rice, or even heel root possibly, or a mixture of all of them under these sun lamps. That's my thought, so we expand left once more. Hopefully that doesn't give too much of encouragement for people to break through this wooden wall. I know we are still trying to plan and get eventually to producing more sandstone. Actually, did I ever get around to fixing the numbers? No, I didn't, did I? I got distracted and started working on the electric smithing table, which requires wood, which people of course should be starting to do the chopping down, which of course they are, so it's hauling job once more. So back onto this menu and let's take a look. Bauer the chef, right, we never got around to changing your priorities. Let's fix it up right away. So handling, we're turning you off. Cooking, you're going to be our second cook. Kanga, you're not going to be the cook well, we'll leave you on cooking, there's no harm there. But we'd rather prefer you do hunting, construction, growing, that's also another thought. I'm going to turn you off for hunting, Bauer. There's no need for you to do that. But you do have a lot of passion, you have some basic passion in smithing, tailoring, art and craft. Well, I think we're going to put you on a 2 when it comes to crafting. Yep. And then 3 on research. Yeah, that still balances everything out. And there's also a 3 in mine. How about a 2 in mining, just so we can get it done, and then you go ahead and do crafting. So you'll see how that turns out. So Bauer, whereabouts are you? Awesome. So you're doing a cooking job, which is making wort. So whereabouts are you taking the wort? You're going all the way over there. You're just going to leave it there. Right. Oh, that's something we should fix up. Wort should not be put into stockpile number 1, because wort, of course, will decay because it requires freezing. So actually, turn off food completely for that area. Does wort come under manufactured? It does. Okay, let's mark that as off and also mark it as on over here. Too easy. So someone should get around to moving it to the right stockpile sometime soon. And Bauer should take it to the right stockpile this time. Awesome. So in theory it will, stay frozen. Which means it will stay around for a lot longer, and then eventually someone will go and put it in these barrels. Yep. Which 39% progress, so it's got a still another... Oh, wow. Okay, it's still got another 6 days or something before it's done. Zit. Power loss. This means all the batteries we had all lost their power. That's kind of frustrating. Let's see, what am I going to do? well, people are going to put out the fires, and then we need to start, well, we honestly need to start working on the battery storage, or secondary storage. One that's off the grid. Okay, so I'll let that play. People should then, in theory, start patching things up. Well, putting out the fire first, and then actually, we also need to replace a wall there. I think we'll try and go with sandstone. I think we can spare 5 blocks. And put out the last bits of fire. Repairing jobs will get done. Construction will get done. And this should continue to stay frozen, of course. Whoops, I'm still missing a couple of walls. There we go. So repairing, construction, and then we need to get the last bit of power in. So what conduit was lost? Okay, so it's just a conduit on the right. That's too easy, we can fix it up. I do think it may be worth having maybe a secondary route, just so that it doesn't happen. So pull it across, over, and connect it once more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So it's a bit more work, and it's certainly a bit more steel that we're using, but I don't suspect that will be too much of an issue for our colony. We've still got enough steel in the walls just within our own base, and also over here. Okay. Oh, and food just used the wort in this fermenting barrel. Awesome. So we are still keeping it constant temperature in here. Oh, it's 12 degrees. Well, the heater should be kicking on, which it is. Excellent. That's what I want to see. So, how much wort do we have? We've got 25 in this barrel, 20 in this barrel, 0, 25, and 10. Okay, so we're certainly going to be producing a fair amount of beer. Actually, I don't know how much beer gets produced from each barrel, but I'm hoping it's enough to last us until maybe the next set of harvests. Well, personally, that's what I'd like to see. Oh, and we got a few food poisonings. Oh, that's fine. People can deal with it. People can live with a bit of... Oh, twice now. Now, that's not too good, because people are going to start throwing up, and it's going to be a mess to clean up. Ah, well, we'll let it be. There's nothing too much we can do. Now, onto the electric tailoring bench. Time to set up all these builds again, so I'll be back in just a second. Okay, there we go. So we've got the parka at the top, pants, t-shirt, button-down shirt, cowboy hat, toque, and duster. So we're doing 10 units of each, and that will certainly take its time to get done. So let's check the work priorities once more. So that falls under tailoring job, and that will be Sparkles. So Sparkles should start to... Yep, there we go. Finish off some parkas. Which means... Where did you get that one from? Because that says it's only going to take 10 units to get done. Ah, it's probably a few unfinished ones in here, that's why. So 4 units, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So what quality is it? Normal quality elk hide parka. So someone should actually come around to wearing it if they require a change of clothes. No, that's Sparkles once more. Okay, so actually, I really should be checking what people are wearing and then working out what should go first. So you're wearing tribal wear. Okay, there's actually a thought. We've got parkas here. I maybe should be moving parkas up a little higher. Oh no, parkas is at the top, never mind. Okay, so that's fine. But why are you still wearing tribal wear? I think we do have better clothing in here than that. Okay, so let's go to our people tab, which is this one, and then check outfits. So it is marked as anything, which is pretty much anything. I wonder, do we have any rules? Okay, so we can define outfits. I'd rather not to do that. Let's delete outfit 5 and move over to here. So we've got worker, soldier, and nudist. You know what? I'm just going to leave it as such. It's working so far, and people are so far, sorry, and people aren't complaining about bad clothing. So if there is any better clothing, I think people will choose it, especially if their clothes is worn out. Oh, and a mad animal, ibexes. Oh, all the ibexes, right. Hopefully there isn't too much, and the ibex does count as well. So there's 2 over there. Oh, time to recruit everyone and deal with this mess coming in. So, Trado, Kanga, Falcon, Val, Fu, Sparkles, Legu, Not Toxu, and Bauer. You're all going to do a little bit of fighting for me, so come over to our entrance, and hopefully we can deal with these people, these ibexes in time. So let's order everyone as we have done before. Fu, this side, Club on the right, Sparkles put over here. Who else is coming, and where are the deers, or the ibexes? There's some on the right as well. Oh, that's quite a few. Oh, not too keen on that. Okay, you got a survival rifle, so I'll place you here. Sparkles, are you standing around? You are. Oh, you're throwing up. Never mind. That's fair enough. Throwing up, I guess, has to come before shooting, or preparing to shoot. Okay, and we'll get you to put our trader on the left, since they have a knife and a shield. Kanga, you got a pillar. I don't think we have much room, but maybe I can sort of put you behind someone, and that will still turn out. And that should happen right away. Would have loved it if a few traps happened. But obviously not. But this is going to give us a bit of meat, and will keep us going once more. Keep on shooting, guys. Don't stop. I think I might get Trado in now to a melee attack. Oop, that one's fine. Okay, attack the ram. How about this ram? Got to get through. Lagu, can you get in? Not consume the corpse. Melee attack. This isn't going too well. Part of me wants to zoom in just a little bit further, just so I can see what's happening. And there we are. That's all dealt with. Awesome. I don't think there are any other ibexes coming in, are there? No, I suspect if they were coming in, they would have already made it over here by now. Yep, I think we're fine. Awesome. So a few people have taken damage. I wonder who is it? I lie. No one's taken damage. Let's double check that. No one has taken any fresh cuts or bruises or stabs or slashes or whatever these ibexes actually do when they hit you. So it must have only been the dogs. The dogs were very useful there. So hopefully we can patch them up before they have any major issues. So that was just Freckles, has a bruise. Okay, well I'll let you guys continue on with that. So that went really well. I must say I'm very satisfied with it. Well, of course it's on to another night. So I've been watching these numbers carefully on the left over here with the sandstone, and we are producing it. It's not very fast. And part of me wishes that at this stone cutter's table just here, there was an electric version. I don't suspect there is. It is a stonecutter's table and no electric version, which would have been right next to it. Which is a little unfortunate, but there we go. Sandstone chunk and it is being worked on, so I can't complain there. So we have some cargo pods which have fallen from the sky. And what have they given us? A raccoon leather. I really wonder what spaceship was carrying all of this that, you know, everything just fell out of the sky and provided us with all these really good quality materials. Well, it's raccoon leather, but if you make it into a fine bit of clothing or a fine raccoon hat, cowboy hat, I think people will enjoy it relatively enjoy it. It seems like someone was a little bit upset. They've dropped their weapon, dropped their pants and their weapon over here. This will be another dropped item somewhere, isn't there? Who had a pistol? Fu, you had the pistol, and you're missing a pistol. Well, let's give you this back, and I don't think we want to give you a different weapon, do we? No, because a pistol is still one of the better. Well, it's the only ranged weapon apart from a bow and arrow or a longbow. Now, so we're going to leave. Oh no, wait. Oh, wait a second. I spot something else. This may be better for you, Fu. An SMG. Fire a few more bullets off and maybe help us out next time the raiders come, or ibexes, or any other crazy animals. So one of the batteries is broken down. Yeah, that's fine. That's going to get replaced. It's still kind of annoying though at times. And also a bit more steel that we can mine out. Oh, hello, Eclipse. Okay, well, that's why we're not using solar panels right away. Plus, we haven't done the research for it either. Yeah, solar panels, which is going to take a while. But no, we're working on electric smelting, and it is getting there. Very slowly. Very, very, very slowly. And I was hoping this episode that we might be able to expand this left wall and produce these sun lamp sort of hot rooms. What do you call them? Glass houses? Yeah. So if we're going to take a look and see sun lamps. So I want to try and maximize the amount of area where possible. And there's, of course, we can't actually build on stone here. So we're going to try and maximize the amount of dirt that we're using to build on. So I'm thinking, let's see, whereabouts space-wise? Because this outlines on the very edge of a block itself. Okay, so that's middle of a block is along the tiled edge here, so we want to pull it probably back to here. That means all this, the entire sun lamp area would be covered. Now I would love to be able to see the range of it so I could build a wall around it. So I'm just going to do a bit of eye work and work it out from there. So I believe the wall dimensions are something along these lines. So I sort of just try to match it up to roughly where I've placed it. So people will of course be placing the blocks there, not the end of the world. Just want to see if we can get this down, turn off the power, and then work out the right spacing for it. I think we're just going to use wooden walls. We don't have... Oh well, we are getting more sandstone, but for the time being, we're just going to stick with the wooden walls because we have it right now. Hello, what's this? Oh, wow. Another wanderer. I think we've had... Who was a wanderer? Very sure we've had a couple of wanderers in this colony. So first things first, let's get rid of all these messages. So cargo pods. What are they? They are artillery shells. Well, we don't have any mortars or any ranged weapons of that sort quite yet. Suspect we don't even have the research for it. Explosive IUDs, no. It's going to be somewhere in this listing. Yep, we're not even there. And a wanderer, of course, named Orange. And has a relationship with the colonist. He is Legu's husband. Wow. That's the first time I've seen that happen. An actual family member, an actual married member comes onto the map. So Legu, your husband is in town. So what are you good at then? You're incapable of caring. Okay, so that's medicine. That's not the end of the world. That's perfectly dealable. You're aesthetic. Okay, you prefer to live... He dislikes fancy food and prefers to eat raw food, and raw food won't hurt him a bit. Okay, that's useful. Not that we will have an issue with that, so you can, snack on the raw food when possible. You're a slowpoke, so you're slower, and you have bloodlust. Twice as likely as to start a social fight. Not as useful as I want, so I think what we can do is put you under growing and then maybe just hauling and whatnot. It's probably the best thing for you anyhow, because a lot of your skills aren't very good and we can't afford to train you right now. So welcome to the Sun Village, Orange. Orange the healer who can't actually heal right. Yeah, I can't wait until something like this gets changed, because if they're marked as a healer, then they should be able to heal, but not only the doctoring, it's like one of our previous colonists from one of the earlier series. Incapable of doctoring, incapable of violence, and they were a nurse. But no, wardening for you is going to be off. Same with handling. Hunting. Hunting could stay on as a 2. 3 actually, because I might want to put something else on a 2. Growing will be on a 2. I think Toxo would love a helping hand at times. 3 for mining, 3 for plant cuts. Plant cut goes up to a 1, because if I want people to cut the plants, I want to do it ASAP. And then a hauling and a cleaning, I think we can leave them 3 as well. So hell, even a research on a 4 if there's no other work to get done. Yeah, because we have the spare research benches, and that should work out fine. So Orange, you aren't incapable of violence, correct? You're incapable of caring, so we can actually give you a proper weapon, which is something I didn't check. Melee and shooting, neither of which you have a passion for. Well, simple thing will just give you a melee weapon, a ranged weapon, but you already have a melee weapon. A wooden mace. I'm gonna leave you with that. I think no reason to give you another weapon if you've already got one available to use. Okay, let's get back to building. Wooden wall, sandstone wall, and we're going to finally extend this all the way to the very edge, which is right up to this marsh point, and then sort of work our way down. So, did we get enough materials over here? We did, just someone needs to get around to building it. Can someone get around to building it, please? Let's just grab someone and get it done ASAP. So, who's closest? No one. Right, Kanga, lucky you. You're sleeping, so you're the lazy pants who gets to build our sun lamp on the other side of the wall. Excellent. Come on, take your time, get up there. And then eventually, of course, I'll be deconstructing this wall, deconstructing that block, and actually I can do that right away. Build a copy, let's place a block there, and mark that one for deconstruction. So people should be able to get... No, don't mark that one for deconstruction quite yet. So yeah, people will start building it and the work will get done eventually. Of course, only when they're awake. Hello, poison ship. Of course we would have one of these. We are getting quite large in our colony, and it is about time to trim down our colonists. as per what the game thinks. So we have a poison ship leaking toxic material, and where is it? Okay, it's not too far away, and it's not on the side of our plants either, so we want to try and deal with it ASAP. Now these have always been a pain to deal with. I've never had much luck. So let's see if we can do a better job this time. Okay. So our walls so far are looking to go out all the way over to here. Oh, wait a second, sun lamp's done. And it's not connected to power, so I won't need to turn it off. Do I want to designate it to be toggled? No, I think I'll leave it. Let's create it as a growing zone, and yep, I was actually right with the area. Cool, because I wanted to build a wall directly, like right to the very edge of the wall. Okay, so we want, let's see, do we want potato plants? Yeah, potatoes will be good for us. Or a potato colony. Potato, rice, and every other plant imaginable. So let's build a wooden wall around it, because we're being cheap this time. Wooden wall here to here to here, and right the way around. Keep it going. Awesome, and then we'll build sort of like a small little entrance on this side, I think. I guess we could make it nice and wide, the entrance, because that would work well. Or do we want to narrow it in? I think there's no harm in keeping it wide and open. So I'll cancel these two jobs. And yet someone will get around to building a wall, and then we can put like a door or something in here. Yep, I like the sound of that. And of course the trees will get chopped because this is now officially a growing zone. And we'll get power over there as well. Can't forget that. So that's our growing zone, and I intend to do maybe a few of them. I'd like to get another 2. I know we can't get the second one, the last one in because of the marshland, but I think we can at least get this second one in. But of course we won't be doing it this episode. But let's get over to here, and I actually want to mark the ground layout for our defences when we go to attack this head on. So we want to do sandbags. I think also cutting down some trees would be a very good priority, just so we can see roughly where we're actually going. So we're going to chop those trees down. We're going to build some sandbags. Sandbags, where are you? Sandbags. I can't find you. Okay, security. I'll keep note of that next time. And build sandbags from here to here. And that should provide us with some basic defences. And then we want a second layer of defences, which is something that we can hide behind and sort of, you know, hopefully keep ourselves safe a little bit more than sandbags do. So I'm gonna sort of stage a few little chunks that people can hide behind, and hopefully that will soak up a few bullets as well when whoever comes out to attack us. And then I want to do it one last time, and this time make actual walls. Oops, that's too close. Cancel those two, try it again. And the second wall goes over here and here. So the idea is we can stage people when they're coming back and hopefully keep them safe. And then they should be able to run around the corner and then back inside the base, and whoever is attacking us should follow us in. So that's the plan, but of course we're going to have to find out how it goes in the next episode. So, of course, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We are slowly expanding our base compared to the growth spurt that we had at the very start, which is of course normal with a large number of colonists. So, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave it in the comments below. But, as I've said in the past and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.